Hey everyone, welcome back to the ALLeffedUP podcast. I just want to say thank you for giving the show a chance. I really appreciate it. I know there's just a huge variety of podcasts out there, depending what you're into. And if you ever want to comment or just say hi, I am on Twitter. I went through the effort of making a Twitter for my silly little podcast. It's at ALLeffedUpPod. I hope everyone is having a good day. Keep fighting the fight, pushing forward, not letting shit drag you down, even though some days it's definitely easier said than done. But we've, you just gotta keep pushing. I definitely have to tell myself that every day. You have your mornings where you wake up and you're just like, nope, don't want to do it. I kind of had that day today. I woke up, my kids, they get me up early every day, regardless of what day of the week it is. They got me up, and I'm falling back asleep down in this fucking chair because I don't want to be awake. I don't have any fucking energy. And so my wife, she takes off to go do some stuff, and I drag the kids back upstairs, and I fall back asleep for a little bit. And it was kind of a rough morning. My son had a fever, but, he's still being a little trooper, and he's pressed on, and he's not getting any more sick than that, so that's good. But anyways, it's been a little over a month since my vacation, and all I can think about is wanting to go back on vacation. That is the biggest drawback, I think, of going on vacation or doing, actually going out and enjoying yourself, because that's all you can think of when you have anxieties like I do, where you don't want to go to work, you don't want to see people, you don't want to deal with anything, but all you can think about is going out and actually doing something you enjoy, or just going on a fucking vacation with your family. And I am just dying to get back to the beach. Like I've mentioned multiple times, I am not a fan of the cold, and it's not warming up quickly enough for me. And I'm just dying to get back to the beach and just soak up the sun and turn off my brain. But it looks like at this point, anyways, that's not going to be another option until probably closer to the end of the year. I'm going to try to go out to LA again because I love it out there. I love Southern California if I could afford it, and didn't have so many things keeping me back in the Midwest, I would be out there in a heartbeat. I think I love Venice Beach. It's a beautiful place out there. You got the shops up and down the beach. You got restaurants, and the Santa Monica Pier is just gorgeous. I just love all the shops and the rides and everything out there on the pier, and I'm really hoping I can go again towards the end of the year. But anyways, here we are. Let's jump into another episode of All Effed Up. Hey everyone, and welcome back again to All Effed Up. I think today we're going to kind of venture into how when you have anxieties or you deal with depression, or you're just dealing with just just bad thoughts or whatever is kind of holding you down, it's important to take time for yourself. It's something I'm constantly getting on my wife about because I believe that she is a people pleaser, and that's okay to a point. But where you are constantly going out of your way to take care of other people, or do favors for people, or whatever it is, there's such a thing as too much. And this is something I get on her ass about all the time because she'll just complain about how she doesn't feel good, or she's tired, or she just doesn't have energy for anything else to enjoy herself. And I just tell her it's because you are constantly going out of your way to take care of other people or do things for people, when they wouldn't do the same for you. And it's really fucking annoying because I know it breaks her down, and I'm tired of seeing her just broke down and miserable and tired and everything else. But on the other side of it is kind of something, some of it anyways, it's unavoidable. She has responsibilities. She has to take care of certain people because other people won't step up and do it for whatever reason. But I constantly get on her about these things because I want her to find something that gives her a peace of mind or just peace in general. Because, that's just something that people overlook when you are dealing with anxieties or anything. Taking a minute for yourself to just step away and shut down your brain or whatever else you can do is, in my opinion, one of the best things you can do for your mental health is just taking time for you. Don't worry about other people. Just take in the moment. Like I would, when I was just out of high school, I had no direction in life yet. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so, I mean, just taking kind of advantage of that, I would wake up, fucking usually 10 or 11 every day. I was living it up. It was a wonderful time in life. And just go outside every morning after I woke up, because it's summertime and everything. I would just go outside, sit down in the sun, and just soak it in because sometimes that's all you need. And, it's something that's definitely become harder to get as I have gotten older just because I have responsibilities and everything like that. It sometimes, with just kind of saying it bluntly, being selfish for yourself is kind of the best way to take care of yourself. I mean, not you don't want to make a habit of it, but just taking 10 or 15 minutes just to get outside, go on a walk, or just stepping away and taking a breath when you're stressed out or anything like that. And, it's, like I said, it's a way to kind of step out of the adult shoes for a minute. And, it's, like I said, it's something that we overlook as we get older because, we do have responsibilities. We got to take care of people. And, like I tell my wife, she does all these things for all these people, or she'll like I said, she will go out of her way. She'll do favors for people, or she'll do nice things for people just because, that's the kind of person she is. She's a super nice person that don't deserve her, but she'll do these things, and then, nobody will do these things in return for her, and it's really frustrating for me to witness, but she keeps on doing it because, I don't know, but that's just the kind of person that she is, so I'm very grateful for her. But you see the toll that it takes on someone when they're like that, the toll on their body, the toll on their energy, and, I think in a way, without realizing it, our bodies get to a point where they're just done. It happened to me last summer. I think my stress levels had a lot to do with it because it had never happened to me in my life before, but I pulled my back out. I was just giving my son a bath. I bent down to get him out, and then within a half hour, I was on the floor. I couldn't move. It was some of the worst pain I'd ever felt in my life, and I'd spent the next 2 or 3 days completely out of commission. I could not move from the couch once I actually made it to the couch. And I think, not taking a minute for yourself and just taking on too much, sometimes your body will retaliate. And it happened to my wife here recently. She just, she gets sick sometimes, and I think some of it is just because she's stressed out. But also, she had tweaked her neck. She just turned it the wrong way, and then her neck was just more or less locked in place for the day. And, I've experienced that too, where you're just sitting there and you got these shooting pains up and down the side of your neck. It's right there with the back pain. It's some of the worst pain you've fucking ever felt in your life. And, so you're busy recovering from that, and it kind of reminds you, it did for me anyways, it reminded me that you have to take time for yourself. You cannot constantly be going out of your way for people We have to get out of our heads, and we have to stop letting people tell us that it's wrong to be selfish. To an extent. You can be the most giving person in the world, and then if you take a day or two or whatever you need to focus on yourself, somebody might consider you selfish, or you're being mean because you don't want to do this or that for them. But that's not true. It is perfectly fine to take a day or two or a whole week if you need to and just focus on yourself. Don't worry about what people are saying or what they think, because they may not have any idea what the fuck you're going through, and you need to take that time to spend with your family, or just sit and relax and watch TV, or if you have a hobby, focus on that. Focus on some project or something, working on anything around the house or whatever the case may be, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking time for yourself. I have tried to do that. It's definitely harder as you have kids and everything else, but it's something I definitely took advantage of, or actually, no, more or less, I took it for granted when I was younger and I had all this time to myself. I didn't realize the importance that would serve later in life, that it is very hard to get that time, and when you do, you need to take full advantage of it. If you have a lot of stress, if you're stressed about work, if you're stressed about bills or anything like that, sometimes just taking 20 minutes or an hour or whatever time you think is appropriate to just chill out by yourself, sit with your thoughts, or distract yourself, like I said, with some project or a hobby or whatever, and just to shut everything off, turn off your brain, stop worrying about this shit that you can't do anything about. We can't do anything about the fact we have to pay bills, or we can't do anything about the fact that someone may not like us, or whatever the case is, because the simple fact is, you have to take time for yourself. You need to be selfish with your time sometimes, because not only is it, people want to tell you you're being mean or selfish or whatever if you want to take a day or two or anything like that. We need to also learn that it's perfectly fine to say no. Someone asks you, do you want to go out, and you say no, and they give you attitude about it. Well, that's their fucking problem, not yours. And, someone asks you to do a favor, or pick this up or pick that up or take me somewhere or whatever, and you just need to learn to say, or learn to be okay with the fact that you can say no, I need to be by myself, or I need to spend time with my family, or I just need to focus on me and not worry about what everybody else needs, because that can turn into a toxic trait where you're just constantly worried about what can you do to make other people's lives more pleasant or simpler, or just easier on them, when you're constantly stressed out with that. And you don't take that time to think about yourself. You don't think about what you need to be happy, or to get things done that you need to get done, because you're constantly worried about what someone else needs. And believe it or not, I have experience with that as well. I would constantly, like I said, put other people's needs before my own. I would think of nice things to do for people, when I know in a million years they would never do the same thing for me. But it didn't matter to me, because I wanted to help make this person have a good day or good night or a good birthday or whatever was going on at the time. And it's a trait that I have gotten better at managing. I definitely worry less about what I can do for other people, and definitely worry more about what I can do for me, or for people that will actually appreciate what I do for them, like my wife and my kids and my mother, and just people that actually show some sort of appreciation for you, doing something simple for them, or going completely out of your way for them. But, you have to be able to tell people no, and you need to focus on yourself more often than you probably do, because that's going to contribute to, you know, feelings of not being good enough, or feelings of just being depressed or whatever, because you're focusing all your energy on trying to make other people's lives better, And the simple fact is, even if these people are your best friend or, a sibling or whatever the case is, a lot of the time when you go out of your way or you do something nice for them, they just simply don't, it doesn't register with them to do the same thing in return or do something similar. And they may not do it on purpose, or there's people out there that take complete advantage of you, and you are only in their lives to do things for them. And when you stop doing things for other people, and this is something I've definitely witnessed and been a part of, when you stop going out of your way to do things for people or being some sort of use to them, you immediately serve no purpose in their life, and they will stop calling, they will stop texting, or they just disappear from your life completely because you're no longer of use to them. So, like I said, it's definitely a something that you need to really keep an eye on, because you don't want to be that person that's being taken advantage of just because you're trying to be a nice person and you're trying to be a good friend or a good family member or whatever. And it basically just all comes down to focus on you. Learn to say no. Learn to take time for yourself, to take a breather, to, take a vacation, whatever you can do at the time to just shut down, or, you need a small break just to appreciate life, appreciate the things you have, and just think of you. It's okay to be selfish with your time and just, really put forth the effort to make sure that you're happy and make sure that you have the things that you need to do to accomplish that goal. But anyways, I think we've kind of talked about this in depth. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you take something from it. So anyways, if you want to get a hold of me, you can hit me up on Twitter at ALLeffedUpPod. I just started a Facebook as well, just ALLeffedUp, Facebook page. And, you can send comments or questions or whatever you want to my way. So please, if you get the chance, just hit me up on there, follow me, befriend me, I don't care. And, let's just continue to work on getting this out there, work on getting the message out there that it's okay to have these feelings. And I guess I will catch you guys later. So thanks for listening. Take care.